Yeah, so good morning and welcome to another session. Today it will be the continuity of the last session which we did about brain health. And I just hope that people here who are listening to this video and who are attending the classes live also are much more conscious of this most important organ. Because this is one organ, this is like a supervisor which controls all the other organ systems in your body. It is that important taking care of your brain health because a lot of diseases today which are all I would say modern day diseases like depression, anxiety, you know, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, these were not common 20 30 years ago, and now there is so much of talk about mental health, whereas the talk actually should be about brain health, because it is the quality of your brain that will determine the quality of your mind, not the other way around. So brain health comes first, mental health comes second. This is very important. You can note down in your book. Because what happens normally when people suffer from any psychiatric issues, mental health issues. So what we think that therapy will help or just talk will help, but actually, unless and until you work on the health of the brain. Can you everybody mute yourself, please? Somebody is unmuting. There's some distraction. Okay, sure. Thank you. Unless and until you work on the health of your brain, the mental health will never improve. It will be up and down, and you will always keep on like that with a talk therapy or with certain medications, you will feel better. But unless and until you work on the root cause is brain health. So now what happens in the brain? Now, how can we improve the brain? So brain is not something that like we can take a supplement and the brain health will improve. It's a process. It's a process. And a very important part of that is understanding of certain neurotransmitters. So brain, we know that there are in the last session, we learned that there are more than 86 billion neurons in the brain. 86 billion neurons in the brain. So it is like a complex web of your neural pathways which makes up your brain. And in that, there are certain chemicals that are secreted which helps you gain brain health. Okay, certain chemicals. Today, we are going to talk about a very important neurotransmitter which is known as dopamine. I hope everybody has heard of this term dopamine before. So, any ideas, any guesses, any wild guesses? What is dopamine? I've given enough hint, but
Like
anyone
in
wants
a
to try?
in a simple way, it's like happy hormone, like which you give you happiness.
Yes. So dopamine is something, yeah, it is produced in the reward center of the brain. Okay, so in our brain there are different parts. Okay, there is this prefrontal cortex, there is perinatal cortex. Many parts are there. I won't go into the anatomy of the brain, but you have to understand that whatever activities you do, so when you feel pleasure, hmm, when you feel pleasure, at that time a certain chemical is released in the reward center of the brain, which is known as dopamine. Okay, so any guesses now that what things will increase dopamine? Hmm? Any idea? Any guesses? क्या क्या चीजों से डोपामिन इंक्रीज होता है? Hmm?
Exercise, meditation, good
Okay,
food, healthy food,
okay. So Pooja is giving all the textbook answers, but in the modern day and age, what things increase dopamine? Chalo, now,
junk food,
okay,
lot of scrolling on social media, watching reels.
okay. Let's give others also opportunity. Yeah, Ekta is unmuted. Yeah.
Yeah, according to me, whatever pleases me, like my hobbies, my dance, my singing, my meditation, whatever I like to do, my
Okay.
walk time,
Mm-hmm.
for me, I mean,
Okay.
this is the time when I,
Very well said, Ekta. Rimple. Yeah.
For me, it's accomplishment.
Sorry.
Accomplishment.
Accomplishments. Okay, so accomplishments like work accomplishments or any targets that you achieve, that increases dopamine. Yeah, Ekta also said very rightly. The things that the hobbies, the exercising, the music, the dance, the meditation, and yeah, Rimple,
maybe helping others,
helping
उससे
others.
खुशी
Okay,
मिलती है.
helping others give you a dopamine rush. Okay, Rimple. Yeah.
या अगेन वही जिन्होंने बोल दिया सब लोगों ने, वही पैशन हो गया. सेल्फलेस सर्विस जब हम करते हैं, व्हेन यू आर लाइक, जैसे बलजीत ने बोला कि दूसरों को जब हम हेल्प करते हैं, जब अपने आप की, जब मैं सेल्फ केयर करती हूँ, और दैट्स गिव यू हैप्पीनेस और
Yes,
क्वालिटी
thank you
टाइम
very
की
much, Rimple.
है.
Very well said. So see, अभी लोगों ने दो तरीके की बातें करी. So one way is the functional way. What are the functional ways to increase the dopamine? And second are the dysfunctional ways to increase the dopamine. Okay, Pooja ने दोनों mention किया था. Pooja mentioned both. So she initially started with all the right answers, and then I just pushed her towards like what the modern day and age, what people are doing for that dopamine rush. So problem. Let's talk about the problem area today, because this is, I believe, the most important thing for today's generation, especially for people who have kids at their home. So at Raksha Bandhan, someone came to my house. The child was 1.5 years old. Okay, and that child needed a phone to eat something, because unless that cartoon starts, the child won't eat anything. So what is happening when the cartoon started, that Doraemon started? What happened in the brain of the child? क्या हुआ बताइए? Hmm? Anyone? Any guesses? Easy.
The child got engaged.
Got engaged me, but what reward center में क्या produce हुआ? Dopamine. So the child had a dopamine release, and there was a feel good factor in his brain. Okay, now let's come to addictions. So the dysfunctional ways what today's generation are getting addicted to. This is just because the बोलते हैं ना, the social media companies or the fast food companies, they have like बोलते हैं ना कि brain को उन्होंने in the brain they have like found out the right bliss point, I would say. There's something called as a bliss point, that when you hit that reward center of the brain, you will be tempted to consume their products more or use their app more. So it is like scientifically they have like determined that how much of what will increase the dopamine in your brain, so that they profit out of it. So what are the common addictions what youngsters are having today? One, yes, very rightly everybody said, social media. Okay, so what happens when you go to social media? What happens when you receive that notification? बार बार जो notification आता है, that dopamine rush happens in your brain. When somebody likes your post, when somebody comments on your post, or when you eat something junk. Yes, somebody said junk food also. So sugar again is responsible for that dopamine rush, that dessert that you have after that meal, that increases dopamine. Video games. Many children I come across today are addicted to playing video games on the mobile. Sex, pornography. These things are the dysfunctional ways to increasing your dopamine. Now, what happens if you get that dopamine rush again and again from dysfunctional ways? What will happen to the reward center of your brain? Let me see who gets this right. It's very easy. It's not very difficult. It's very logical, I would say. What happens if you get that dopamine rush again and again
We get
from the
Try
dysfunctional
to do
ways?
it
Yeah, please.
again and
Addiction.
again.
No,
addiction.
you like to do it again and again. Yes, very true. You like to do it again and again. But what does that to your brain?
Our brain gets addicted to it. We get into addiction.
Yes, get into addiction. And what happens after that? If you get into addiction,
It gets tired. Like again and again, if
tired.
it is there.
Yes. Yes. So what happens if that part of that brain which releases that chemicals get tired? Yeah, Pooja is very close. Navmeet, you wanted to say something? Navmeet unmuted
You
in between.
want it repeatedly. The brain wants it repeatedly.
Yeah, that is addiction. Brain it becomes a habit, and habit becomes an addiction, and you wanted more and more of it. Yeah, Anjana aunty.
Thinking capability goes away. Or your
Sorry.
creativity
वो ठीक है. No, that is the
reduces.
consequence. See, that is the consequence. You are now jumping to the consequence. The in the middle part. Yeah, Anjana.
Degeneration.
Degeneration happens. ठीक है. वो भी बाद में होता है. Degeneration also is a consequence of high dopamine rush. Yes, very important point what Pooja and Anjana aunty said, that when it get tired, it get degenerated a lot, and you lose a lot of cognitive function. You lose a lot of memory, decision making ability. वो सब तो चलो. These are the consequences. But what happens when
डोपामिन
that
बनना बंद हो जाता है, सिक्रेट नहीं
नहीं नहीं
होता है.
डोपामिन बनना बंद नहीं होता है. डोपामिन बनना बंद नहीं होता. You need more of that substance to produce the same amount of dopamine. For example, very simple example, you eat that first gulab jamun, first rasgulla. आपने आज खाया, एक रसगुल्ले में आपको मस्त किक मिल गया. You eat that one piece of chocolate and you get that good rush. Okay, next time, will you get that same level of pleasure from that same amount of rasgulla? Probably not. उस समय हमें ज्यादा चाहिए रहेगा. तो जब हम एक गेम खेलते हैं हमें एक रश मिलता है, यू कैन नॉट स्टॉप एट वन गेम, देन सेकेंड गेम हम खेलते हैं, देन यू गेट मोर डोपामिन आउट ऑफ इट, यू फील बेटर, बट you reach a tipping point. Once you reach the tipping point, so with that same amount of stimulus, from that same amount of stimulus you don't get that level of dopamine. तो क्या करते हैं, what logically people do? Hmm? What do they do then
You
when you
we
don't
you
get that?
indulge
we
more.
we
You
increase the
indulge,
quantity.
increase the quantity. That is where the problem happens. That is where the problem happens. That is why this dopamine detox, there's a book called as Dopamine Detox. I would suggest if you want to go through that book, it's very important. Priya also touched on that topic towards the end of the last session when I asked everyone to pick up one habit which is good for your brain. And Priya picked up that I want to reduce the use of my digital time. This is very important in today's world. The amount of time we are spending on social media apps, especially your children. मैं घर में बच्चों को देखता हूँ, मेरे घर में भी kids are sometimes addicted to phone. They always have their phones in the hand before eating, while eating, after eating. Nothing to do, take phone in your hands, start watching YouTube videos, start social media apps, video games. So this is like stimulating that reward center of your brain so many times, so that kids don't find anything interesting these days. If I'm getting bored, if they just sit 1 minute, if they sit idle, they say that I'm getting bored, because that part of their brain, the reward center of the brain, is stimulated so many times, so many times, so many times, that that brain doesn't know how much dopamine is needed. It's like the dopamine overdose that is happening. So for that, what is important is dopamine detox. That you identify that what dysfunctional behavior you are indulging in, which is leading to this. And because of that, what happens when you don't get that, or when in spite of being 4 hours on video gaming, or in spite of being on social media entire day, you don't feel good. So what happens after that? You go into depression, you go into anxiety, and you start looking for then other ways. And this cycle goes on and on and on and on and on. And then people get addicted to substances like alcohol, drugs, because you don't know what is happening in your brain. हमें पता ही नहीं है कि हमारे ब्रेन में हो क्या रहा है. Very, very important concept, understanding dopamine. Do look at your own habits. आपकी जो हैबिट्स हैं, आप ध्यान दीजिए कि आप कर क्या रहे हैं अपने हेल्थ के साथ. Hmm? That whether it's food, whether it's gaming, whether it's social media, I'm repeating, whether it's sex, pornography, I don't know what you are indulging in, but that dopamine, बोल रहा हूँ, if the balance is too high, that will like throw your life off balance. This can make people jobless, homeless. It can stock market. What is stock market? When you look at the stock prices again and again, what happens? You get a dopamine rush. You feel like being addicted to trading. Again, trading is another new form of addiction. What today's generation, especially after COVID. That's why whenever any parent comes to me, क्या मैं बच्चों को stock market कराना चाहिए, मैं बोला definitely not. First, teach him the basics of stock market, because you will get the dopamine rush when you start investing or trading in equities or F&O or anything. Again, a very important factor in today's world, that everybody, even the taxi driver, even the pan wala, everybody is addicted to their apps. That 9:15 to 3:30, they have nothing to do. They just do trading on the stock markets. Why? They get the dopamine rush. When you get that small kick, when you get that small profit, that dopamine rush comes. But what happens when you trade frequently? You know, people lost 60,000 crores on an average in the last 2 years. Per year, 60,000 crores Indian household lost in stock market trading. So this dopamine rush can lead to financial losses also. Many children are struggling with their studies. Why? Dopamine rush again. Even in my house, I see kids are not able to focus on their studies many times. Why? Classes ke pehle phone, classes ke pehle they want, just after their classes, they just come from the class and they get hooked to their phones. Sometimes I have heard children not sleeping the whole night they are on their video games playing, or watching Netflix, or uh, watching the social media sites, and just chatting over the phone. And what happens? Their grades go down, and then you think that there is some problem with the teacher, or the child is not able to focus. Problem is dopamine again. So do think about your own lifestyle. Do think about your children because बच्चों के लिए बहुत जरूरी है. It's good that Dr. Amandeep also brought her son to listen to this. बच्चों को दिखाइए आप ये videos. There are so many resources on the internet about dopamine. Do study it yourself. It's for your own health, and do make certain rules when it comes to using your phone, maybe certain rules when it comes to diet also. That is why these kind of fast जो बोलते हैं ना, in our scriptures they have prescribed so many restraints. हाँ, क्या होता है when you fast on Ekadashi? What happens when you fast on Ekadashi? You get that control over your mind, you get that control over your palate. So these restraints बोलते हैं ना, these are a very very logical thing. ये आज से नहीं है. These things are not only modern day problems. This existed even 10,000 years ago. That's why um, Bhaj Govindam, in Bhaj Govindam, Adi Shankaracharya talked about sex. Okay, Adi Shankaracharya talked about addiction to money also. So maybe these problems existed then at that time also. It's only that it has, with the advent of technology, it has gone to another level altogether. Okay, so do intermittent fasting, very good way, very simple way to increase that willpower. Very simple way, बहुत simple तरीके. Health तो improve होगा ही, but what it will also strengthen is your mental muscle. What Jivan Jaj also talks about spiritual muscles. These are all mental muscles, spiritual muscles. You need to strengthen these things. So restraint is a very good way. So do apply some restraint. Try switching off your phone. जो मैं आपको बार बार बोलता हूँ, by 8 or 9 p.m. Just switch it off, because ऐसा नहीं हो सकता है कि हम थोड़ा कंट्रोल कर दूं, because these are addictions. तो हु इज एडिक्ट टू, जो बोलते हैं स्मोक, जो स्मोकिंग करता है वो कभी कभी ये नहीं बोल पाएगा कि यार आई जस्ट हैव 2 puffs अ डे एंड आई एम डन फॉर द डे. अल्कोहलिक क्यों नहीं रुक पाते हैं? यू जस्ट कैन नॉट स्टॉप एट दैट, बिकॉज दैट विल अगेन, that loop will start, that dopamine rush will happen, and you will crave for more. And till you get that level of rush that you are accustomed to, you will keep on indulging more and more. Okay, any examples anybody wants to give? What kind of restraints can you implement in your life so that we can improve our this reward center of the brain? Any ideas? Yeah, let's come to ideas now. Solutions. I want solutions from you guys. क्या क्या कर सकते हैं हम? या विशाल?
Intermittent fasting is one of the thing, and one is like maybe fasting for a day, like we do on Ekadashi and all. That also helps a lot to build that muscle.
Yes.
Also, like certain habits that maybe in every 2 hours I will give the break from everything. Suspend the bow. So that also helps a lot.
Okay, so Vishal is talking about Nispand Bhav other than what we spoke about. So every 2 hours, what you can do, you can just close your eyes, turn off your devices or put them on airplane mode and focus on your breath. Very excellent way to control that urge. Yeah, meditation. Yes, meditation is one of the way. This is one of the best ways, I would say. One of the, to just play a guided meditation on your device or just listen to it. Yeah? Breathing exercises. Yes, very good. See, सब कुछ आपको पता है, everything you guys know that what you should do for your brain health. So meditation, breathing exercises, closing your eyes every 2 hours, some kind of fasting, intermittent fasting or full day fasting on Ekadashi. It's a very functional way. Yeah, Navneet, yeah, want to say anything? No? Okay.
Setting
Anybody else?
intention is also one of them.
One at a time, please. Sorry, Mukesh. Yeah.
Affirmations and gratitude and self-counseling yourself. I mean,
See, these things are functional way, but I'm talking about restraint. Restraint.
okay.
इस चीज से restraint कर सकते हैं. Yeah, Mukesh is very right. Affirmations, gratitude, these are very good for your brain health. No questions asked. मतलब, in fact, that can improve your mental health by leaps and bounds. This works just like an antidepressant. So affirmations and gratitude are like antidepressants for the brain. Okay, yeah. But what restraints can you put? Come on, क्या आप क्या करेंगे? चलिए, Priya, what will you do?
Yourself.
Although you're watching good stuff on the phone, so Priya, what can you do? How can you avoid this dopamine rush that you get?
I have actually started practicing it also. I keep down my sometime I've started taking intermissions for using the phone. I keep down and I make it a point. I don't pick up the phone for another half an hour unless until there's something very urgent, a phone call comes up or something. I don't.
Yes. तो see, yeah, thank you, Priya. See, मैं आपको एक बहुत simple tip देने वाला हूँ. This tip you can use while using your devices also at other times also. If you want to come in the present moment and know whether this is good or bad for you. Whenever you do any activity, say that activity. For example, आप brush कर रहे हैं. Keep saying, I am brushing, I am brushing, I am brushing. So you will come in the moment. Now you're looking at this video. Repeat in your mind, I'm listening to the concept class. I'm listening to the concept class. Your mind will come in the present time. Automatically आ जाएगा. So when you're looking at your phone now suppose you went to the phone that you want to send a message to someone, right? So you take the phone in your hand. You go to suppose SMS app या WhatsApp app कि मुझे message भेजना है, but you see that notification and that Facebook में scroll आ गया, हाँ, that somebody liked your post. You automatically go and check on like क्या ना, you say I am watching Facebook. Automatically मालूम पड़ जाएगा कि you are on the wrong track because you went to the phone to send a message to someone, but that app directed you to Facebook and then मालूम है कि एक बार फेसबुक में चले गए तो 10-15 मिनट कहाँ निकल गया हमारा पता ही नहीं चलता. यू गेट दैट डोपामिन रश. तो से एंड डू द एक्टिविटी. ट्राई दिस फॉर वन डे. यू विल सी अ रिमार्केबल चेंज इन योर अवेयरनेस कि आपका बोलते हैं ना कि माइंड कहीं और है, बॉडी कहीं और है, अटेंशन कहीं और है. Everything will come in alignment. This is a very effective trick. This I learned around 10-12 years ago. I also keep on forgetting this in my life myself, but this is an amazing trick. Try this. बहुत मजा आएगा. एक्सरसाइज करेंगे ना आज. Say to yourself, I am exercising. Your attention will come into the present moment. But what Priya very rightly said, yes. तो इसमें और टिप्स क्या है? So अगर आपको अपना मोबाइल फोन यूसेज कम करना है, don't use social media on the phone. I'm not saying don't use social media at all, but use that on a desktop. उसको आप डेस्कटॉप पे यूज करिए. सिंपल. मैं नहीं बोल रहा हूँ कि दुनिया से आप कट ऑफ हो जाइए, यू गो बैक इनटू द 19th century and you don't use technology at all because it's a very potent tool. See, Facebook is not bad, Insta is not bad. It's a good way to promote your businesses, to get in touch with your friends. So many things you can do with that. But problem कब होता है? When it becomes compulsive behavior. When you use that again and again. Switch off notifications. Very apt thing. Switch off notifications so that you're not tempted to see it again and again. But don't keep it on your phone. Now, meet what I would say, and don't keep it on your phone. It is, you are bound to go to that app. It is addictive. It is addictive. So, I don't keep that on my phone. अगर मुझे कभी देखना भी हो ना, I just check on the this thing, my laptop. Yeah, this is again a very important thing. So yeah, Priya said that half an hour वो बंद ही कर देते हैं.
While
Good.
eating, don't look at any devices. Only focus on your food.
Yes. Again, say I'm eating, I'm chewing, I'm chewing. आप बोल के करो. Do say and do. Yeah,
मनीष,
Rimple.
जैसे लर्निंग न्यू थिंग्स आपने बोला था ना, इट्स वेरी गुड फॉर ब्रेन, वो भी इसमें
Yeah,
आए.
but I'm yeah. नहीं वो सब तो ठीक है. See, we'll come to that later on. There's a long list. Brain is such an important organ. It will take many concept classes to cover. So, but today let's talk about restraints. और क्या कर सकते हैं? और restraints क्या कर सकते हैं? तो ये तो गया restraints related to devices. और क्या restraints कर सकते हैं हमारी life में? Come on, think about it. Many are there. Work. What restraint can you do with relation to your work now? Because that also stimulates, जैसे accomplishments what Vishal spoke about. So especially people who are having their own businesses. After COVID, काम हमारे घर पे आ गया, right? So very important to draw boundaries. That this is my work time and you have to stop. Like Rimple, example Rimple का लेता हूँ, जीवन जांच. This work is such you can do 24/7. People in the US are getting connected to you. People in Canada are getting connected to you. There are different time zones, and you are so much passionate about helping people that you do meetings at 12 in the night sometimes. I know that. That is harming you. कर रहे हैं क्यों? हमें अच्छा लग रहा है करके, हमें किसी को हेल्प करके. रिम्पल ने बोला ना दैट किसी को बलजीत आंटी ने बोला कि किसी की मदद करो तो हमें अच्छा लगता है. बट क्या रात को 12 बजे मदद करना आपके हेल्थ के लिए अच्छा है? एब्सोल्युटली नॉट. तो यू शुड नो वेयर टू ड्रॉ बाउंड्रीज विद रिस्पेक्ट टू अकम्प्लिशमेंट्स ऑल्सो. आई वॉज दैट पर्सन हु वर्क 16 बोलते ना 14 days a week. That I could work and work like 16 to 18 hours, and I used to feel proud of myself that I'm the most hardworking person in this world, and I get the dopamine rush when I saw those balance sheet figures and the net profit figures about what it did to my health was devastating. To draw boundaries with respect to work also, very important. तो क्या टिप है इसके लिए? जीमेल को आपके फोन पे आप रखिए. डोंट कीप जीमेल ऑन योर फोन. मेल चेक करना है लैपटॉप. This is for businessmen, yeah, those who are frequently addicted to mails also. आप देखें ना कितनी बार आप है ना unconsciously you are just switching on this apps and just pulling down the trigger. It's like a slot machine in the casino कि हम casino में कैसे slot machine नीचे करते हैं and you get that reward and you feel good. So your phone is like a casino, मतलब एक slot machine है, हाँ, कि unconsciously we are going to those apps. तो have restrictions with respect to work also. और क्या restraints कर सकते हैं? Anything else coming to your mind or shall we start? Yeah, many are there, many points will come to your mind. Yeah, Manmohan ji.
I
Like I don't do multitasking. Like,
Multitasking. Multitasking again is very bad for your brain. You can note this down. That doing two activities at one time. It is like you are hurting your brain. If you're doing multitasking. Very important point. Yeah, but we'll cover that later on. Restraints में किसको और कुछ point याद नहीं आ रहा है? Shall we start with
food related
exercise?
that, it's food
Food.
that
Food
we
कैसे
should
भूल
not.
गया? Food कैसे भूल गए? Food. Sugar. Because caffeine, sugar. These are all. Sugar is a pro-inflammatory. ओके, तो ये एक लड्डू खाओ तो और लड्डू चाहिए हमें, बार बार चाहिए, खाने के बाद कुछ मीठा हो जाए एंड ऑल दिस स्टफ हैज बीन लाइक पुट इनटू योर दिस थिंग. केसिन, मिल्क में जो केसिन होता है दैट इज अगेन एडिक्टिव, दैट हम एक आइसक्रीम खाएंगे तो हमें और आइसक्रीम चाहिए. और क्या हो सकता है फूड में, और क्या कर सकते हैं रिस्ट्रिक्शंस? फूड तो हम काफी
I
डिस्कस कर
thought
चुके हैं भी. क्या विशाल?
why like see all of these things when I think about why then all these answers comes and that also set the intention and also create a lot of reasons ki what to do what not to do and then it also helps in framing our mind. So that why
That's that.
thing that why thing helps a lot. Like if we are setting intention and knowing that why we are doing this, why I'm eating sugar, so I think that also helps a lot in restraining.
Yes,
Also, that baggage
purpose.
and bonus concept for the food, like whether it is a baggage for our body or it's a bonus for us.
So that also will help you in determining. But see, Pooja, इतना मालूम होता नहीं है लोगों को कि what is baggage, what is bonus. Here, let's talk about simple tips that you can apply today itself. कि आज से हम implement कर सकते हैं. तो sugar एक हो गया, okay. Foods में और क्या है which are addictive? Caffeine. Again, high amounts of caffeine does is bad for your brain. So do avoid all forms of caffeine, especially after 4 p.m. कि चलो आई कैन नॉट गेट ऑफ कैफीन कंप्लीटली, बट एटलीस्ट आफ्टर 4 p.m. तो आप बंद करिए. स्टॉप हैविंग कैफीन, द डार्क चॉकलेट्स एंड द कॉफीज एंड द टीज एट नाइट. ये तो इतना तो हम स्टॉप कर सकते हैं. तो फूड रिस्ट्रेंट इज अगेन वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट इफ यू वांट टू मेंटेन योर ब्रेन हेल्थ. एनीथिंग एल्स कमिंग टू योर माइंड? Let's see. Come on, use your brains. Use your brains. I'm sorry, I'm just going a bit overboard on this thing, but this is a very important concept. That's why I'm just taking a 5-10 minutes more. और क्या कर सकते हैं? Accomplishments हो गया, food हो गया, mobile phones हो गया. Come on, come on, come on. Think. Many more points are there.
Sleep,
Sleep. Okay. So what is happening with sleep?
like because of the distractions and all, we are not getting a proper sleep. And if we don't get a proper sleep, then proper healing of mind doesn't happen.
True. Very true. It's very true. But I'm talking about restraints. और क्या restrain कर सकते हैं? Mukesh is thinking ऐसा कर देते हैं. Yes, think. It's good. Thinking is good for your brain. Thinking the right things is good for your brain. Think about your life. Think about your life. Sex. This is one topic many people don't want to talk about. That people are addicted to sexual behavior. Pornography. See, these things are considered bad, that people don't want to talk about these things. But this again is very, very important. Restraint. So why do you think God made this all this sexual arousal and thing? This was only for reproduction. Okay, actually this was for reproduction, but problem is that again, because of that dopamine rush that we get, that people are literally addicted to sex and sexual behavior. I'm sure घर में आपके बच्चा है तो he is or she at some point in their life will get addicted to this. It is so common. Very important to speak to your child about it. Very, very important. Whether it's a boy, whether it's a girl, कि हम बच्चों से इस चीजों के बारे में बात ही नहीं करना चाहते कि वी थिंक इट्स अ टैबू टू टॉक अबाउट सेक्स एंड एडिक्शन टू, बिकॉज बहुत इजीली अवेलेबल है फोन पे आजकल. मतलब कि यू कैन जस्ट टाइप समथिंग एंड यू कैन गेट एनीथिंग ऑन योर फोन. Very important. Restraint with related to relation to sexual behavior also. So when I did this course of Vedanta 10 years ago, initial few chapters were only about restraint. That why restraint is important before we talk about I am Brahman and Aham Brahmasmi and all these things. Money, very important. People get addicted to money, and because of that, they do so much hustle and bustle, and they just ruin their lives because money also gives you that kick. So determining the amount what is enough for you. If, this much is enough. And when you reach that, don't move your keep on moving or moving your goalposts. कहीं ना कहीं the quest for more money also we ruin our health. So if you have बोलते ना, there is a quote by I think Morgan Housel. He is the author of The Psychology of Money, another book that I strongly suggest everybody should read once in their life. It's an amazing book about the psychology of money. That if you have everything that you need and most of what you want in your life, stop moving your goalpost. See, it doesn't mean that you stop dreaming or you stop, you have that this desire. ऐसा नहीं बोल रहे, but at least draw a line that this much is enough for me. That enough is very important. कि हमारी life में कितना enough है, that is very important. If you want to maintain your health. So many things we talked about in today's concept class. It's like these are like master classes. These concepts, believe me, can like completely transform your health, your life, your every part of your life. These things it can transform. So do study these concepts, do revise, do think on, do journal about it, your own addictions, if any kind of addictions that you have in your life, and be very gentle with yourself. Work on one thing at a time. ऐसा नहीं कि हम सब चीज एक साथ काम करें कि हमें सब कुछ एक साथ स्टॉप करना है. Again, it will be too overwhelming for you, but do keep this in your awareness. ओके स्पेशली मैंने बोला जिनके घर में बच्चे हैं उनको तो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है टू बी अवेयर. अगेन डोंट स्टार्ट प्रीचिंग टू योर किड्स. You have to be very very subtle when it comes to children, teenagers, even adults also. जिनके घर में I know बच्चे हैं, they are already adults and they believe that they can do what they want, but it's very important for them. तो what I suggest कि अगर बच्चों को आपको सिखाना है क्या करिए, बुक्स लाके आप घर में रख दीजिए और sometime play videos on your TV when they are just listening. This is a tip कि surround yourself with such books जो मैंने dopamine detox, psychology of money, these kind of books, keep that in your dining table. उनके नजर तो कभी ना कभी वो उठा के कुछ pages पढ़ेंगे and once they know that what is happening to their brains when they do this behavior, believe me, they will stop it. Once they understand the logic, why this behavior is bad for them, once they understand why this ice cream is bad for them, they will slowly start reducing it. Once you understand why alcohol is bad, alcohol such a bad thing. तो मैंने बात ही नहीं करी alcohol and drugs and because those things are like out of the dictionary at all. वो तो होना ही नहीं चाहिए हमारी dictionary में. It is so bad for your health, alcohol. वो तो hormones, women especially. And it just ruins your hormones. Alcohol, drugs, cocaine, what not people indulge in today. Hmm? Do these things in your life, and then only your mental health and your brain health will improve. Okay, let's do certain practices. Exercise हम ज्यादा नहीं करते. Let's do some practices so that this restraint thing जो हमने start में बात करी about breathing exercises, about meditation, about मुझे वेगस नर्व का भी cover करना था. Let's do those practices today. Let's record the complete session. आज पूरा session हम record करेंगे. So just be comfortable on your mat wherever you are. Open your legs in front. पैरों को सामने खोल दीजिए आप. Let's do some basic movements and then we do certain practices. Open both your legs in front. Just do start with some ankle movements. Come, everybody, please come on the mat or on the bed also is okay. If you cannot sit down, you can sit on your bed or sofa. So just start with basic movements of your ankles. So when you extend your ankles, you inhale, and when you contract, you exhale. So Balchinati, please mute yourself. Yeah, thank you. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, Inhale, exhale, continue. Inhale one last time and exhale. Now inhale on your place and exhaling, bring your knees to the chest. Again, inhale straight, exhale other leg, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, continue, exhale on your own. Two more times. Last one. Just sit in butterfly pose. पैरों से नमस्ते करिए. Hold your ankles or your toes, whatever is comfortable for you. Keep your chest out, back erect, and close your eyes. आंखें बंद कर लीजिए. Just stay in this position for a while. You can flap your knees also like a butterfly. Relax. Just sit in Sukhasana or Vajrasana, whatever is comfortable for you. You can even sit on a chair. If it's uncomfortable for you sitting down, आप chair पे बैठ जाइए. Come. Take both the hands to the sides. Inhaling, take both your hands up. Just do few basic movements. Slowly come down. Continue. Inhale. Especially आज के बच्चों के लिए बहुत important है to learn these concepts down because they think it's cool. Smoking is cool, alcohol is cool, social media, drugs, it's so common. ये मत सोचिए आपके बच्चे नहीं कर रहे तो उनको पता नहीं. बच्चों को सब पता है. Kids know everything. They are way smarter than you are. Okay, they know everything. YouTube, it's like a university. सब कुछ सिखा रहा है, but they don't know what are the pitfalls of that. It's not their fault. It's the hormones, it's the dopamine that is indulging them in these behaviors. So do show these sessions if your kids are interested in learning about brain health or if they are suffering from any addiction so that they can take a conscious decision. It's good Dr. Amandeep has got her child also to the class. That's also a very good thing so that they know these concepts firsthand. I'll continue last two. So watching Hotstar at night at 11, तो क्या हो रहा है? You are getting that dopamine rush. That's why you are watching that Hotstar again and again. Now bend forward. Slowly come up and down. So for women especially, it's very important. I'll just continue my commentary, just continue exercising. So since most of my students and clients are women only, they are facing a lot of hormonal issues. Come, continue. Even children as young as 16, they are having these syndromes called as PCOS, PCOD, very painful periods or breast tenderness and digestive issues, constipation, diarrhea. So most of these things, especially in women, is related to your hormonal health. And we think about hormones, we think that is normal, that when you come close to your menopause or when you come close to your periods, these symptoms are common. These are not common. These were not common few years ago, a few decades ago. We never heard of these things. Continue, last three more. So all these habits that we spoke about today wreak havoc with your hormonal health. तो आप ये मत सोचिए that if you are having any physical problem, going to a doctor and taking a medication will solve it. वो खाली आग पे पानी डालने वाली बात होती है कि हम सिर्फ बैंडेड लगा रहे हैं. You are not going to the root cause. So do think. Last one. Come, last one. Come up and relax. Come, take your one hand up. Go to one side. Side bending. Come, continue. Proper sleep is very important. I was learning about hormonal health today at IIM. So my exams are coming close. So दो हफ्ते बाद मेरी exams है, so I need to cover a lot of portion. So I was learning about hormonal health today. And in that I learned about the importance of sleep. If anybody is going through these hormonal issues, such a basic thing, sleep. पर सोने के समय क्या करते हैं, हमारा मोबाइल फोन बाहर आ जाता है, the Facebooks and Instagrams and Hotstars of the world. And then when you get that breast tenderness and then you ask मुझे क्यों हो रहा है ये? You go to a doctor for that. You never think that sleeping 7 to 8 hours is so important, that we sleep deeply, on time. ऐसा नहीं कि रात को 12 से 8 सोए. 10 o'clock you should be in deep sleep. Very important. Exercise. Too much or too little, both are bad. Too much exercise, especially for people in their 40s and 50s, very bad. So I know running marathon gives you a high, but that high will again bring you down one day. So don't indulge in those activities which are very stimulating. Come, last two. Last one. Diet तो हमें पता ही है. Come, now twist. Diet तो we have spoke about so many times. So next time when you go to a party, don't think that drinking is cool. That will again wreak havoc with your hormones. Continue. Next one, I know most of you will not like these what I would say, what I'm going to say about women's hormonal health. Come, continue, last three more. And relax. It's about the environmental toxins. What plays havoc with your hormones is the beauty products and the cosmetics and the soaps and the shampoos and the detergents and the nail polishes, the lipsticks, the eyeliners, the powder, the shampoos, the soaps, the lotions, the face cream, the foundation cream, and what not. These things that you apply on your skin actually goes to every organ of your body. And क्या result है उसका? All the reproductive issues, the breast cancers and the PCOS, PCOD, so many things. Think about it. There are many alternatives. I'll come to that later on in our detox thing. मैंने अंजना आंटी को बोला भी था to make a list of things that can help you detox and the healthier alternatives. ऐसा नहीं बोल रहा हूँ कि आपको सब कुछ यूज करना स्टॉप कर देना है, but at least start using things which don't have any chemicals, which are least processed. Many options are there. हम बाद में उस पे आएंगे, but let's do some practices today. आज हम some breathing practices करेंगे. So find a position which is comfortable for you for the next 30 minutes. Okay? आराम से, जैसे आप बैठ सकें. या
Sir, I read in the book that lipstick is made up of bugs.
Sorry, what is made up of bugs?
Lipstick.
Okay, very good. So see, we have a little champ today who knows that lipstick is bad for you. Yes. So Dr. Amandeep, समझ जाइए, इशारा समझ जाइए. All lipsticks out of your this thing, the cosmetic box. Yeah. Actually, it is not good. See, lipsticks and nail polish, ये तो मैं दो चीज सजेस्ट करूंगा. Stop immediately. Nail polish क्या होता है? आप खाते हैं तो उसके certain fragments आपके पेट में जाते हैं. हाथ से ही खाते हैं ना हम तो. हाँ, मोस्ट ऑफ यू इट विथ योर हैंड्स. रोटी सब्जी दाल चावल सब हाथ से खाएंगे तो क्या होगा? नेल पॉलिश सब पेट में जाएगा आपका. लिपस्टिक, आईलाइनर्स, ये तो डायरेक्टली आपके अंदर जा रहा है. टूथपेस्ट, इनफैक्ट टूथपेस्ट ऑल्सो, toothpaste and the mouth washes that we use, you should be very careful. Yeah, beta, anything else you want to say? It's good that we have such informative kids. Yeah, no, come. Let's find a position which is comfortable for us. So today we will do certain practices for our vagal nerve. Vagus nerve जो होता है ये, that vagal nerve activation. तो आज हम एक new breathing practice learn करेंगे, wherein we inhale for 4 counts and exhale for 8. Okay, so there will be long exhalation. So you need to do controlled exhalation. ओके, कम. लेट्स स्टार्ट. प्रैक्टिस से आपको पता चलेगा. अगर से 8 नहीं भी होता है तो एटलीस्ट डू 6 काउंट्स ऑफ एक्सहेलेशन. ओके, दिस इज 1 ब्रेथ इन 1 ब्रेथ आउट. ऐसा नहीं है कि 6 बार एक्सहेल करना है आपको. इट्स फॉर 6 काउंट्स. ओके, कम. लेट्स स्टार्ट. सो जस्ट क्लोज योर आईज फॉर अ मोमेंट. आंखें बंद कर लीजिए. कीप योर बैक कंफर्टेबली राइट. Your chin parallel to the ground. Very slowly and gently close your eyes. You can remove your spectacles if you want. Just take attention on your breath. Just say to yourself, I am breathing. I am breathing. I am stimulating my vagus nerve through these practices. We first start with equal breathing, where we inhale and exhale for the same counts. So let's start. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Continue. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Normal breathing. So this was just a preparation for long exhalation that we will do now. So we inhale for 4 counts and initially we will exhale for 6 counts only. Let's start. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Normal breathing. Do normal breathing between sets. Once again, inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Slow exhalation, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One last time. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Normal breathing. Next and last part, where we will exhale for 8 counts. So don't worry अगर आपसे 8 नहीं हो रहा है, it will take time to get adjusted. But try and exhale very slowly. जब हम breathe out करेंगे, आपको बहुत slow breathe out करना है. Let's start. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Normal breathing. Once again, inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. दो बार और करिए अपने आप ऑन योर ओन. ट्राई. Normal breathing. Just keep the attention on your breathing. Say to yourself, I am breathing. Another way to activate your vagal nerve is through the practice of humming. So we'll practice humming sound. First we will do without using our hands. हम hands use नहीं करेंगे. Those who are using a earphone, you need to remove your earphone. करना क्या है पहले सुन लीजिए. You can keep your eyes closed. When you inhale deeply and exhaling, you do last part of Om, which is don't try to make it very loud because it's an internal thing that is happening. So you should just do humming, which is like comfortable for you, and don't extend it too long also so that you become breathless. Okay, हम 5 बार करेंगे. You can do it on your own because I'm also removing my earphone. You won't be able to listen to me. Okay, come, let's start. Normal breathing. Just keep the attention to your breath. Say to yourself, I am breathing. We will do another 5 rounds of humming. This time we will close our ears with our palms. So दोनों palms से अपने कान बंद कर लीजिए आप and do the humming sound 5 times again. जो ईयरफोन पहने अपना ईयरफोन उतार दीजिए and start. Those who are done, relax your hands. Just keep focusing on your breath. We will do one last practice and then we end the session. The last practice we will do is alternate nostril breathing, which we commonly known as Anulom Vilom. This is another very powerful technique to stimulate your vagus nerve. Come. So you can change your position if you want. You can shift to Vajrasana. So Vajrasana is one of the best asanas to do alternate nostril breathing or Anulom Vilom. So those who don't have any knee issues, please sit in Vajrasana. And I think everybody knows this. So you start with exhaling from your left nostril. So you have to take this mudra where you hold your index and your middle finger. You close your right nostril with your thumb. Right nostril thumb से बंद करिए अपना and start by exhaling from the left. Inhale from left, exhale from right. Inhale from right, close your right nostril and exhale from left. Just continue this. And you end by exhaling from your left nostril. Just relax both your hands. Just keep sitting with eyes closed. Keeping your attention to the present moment. If you are feeling uncomfortable, you can change your position. Just be completely relaxed. Vagus nerve is the part of our autonomic nervous system. It's a nerve which runs from brain to practically every organ of the body. It is responsible for almost every function. Stimulating the vagal nerve has a lot of benefits. It helps improve your digestion, your gut health. It also brings down inflammation. It helps reduce anxiety, symptoms of depression also. You feel very calm, very centered. It improves your creativity. It improves your productivity at work. It helps with your cognitive function, with your memory, with your imagination. Keep focusing on your breath. Experience the state of peace, which is your true nature. Just repeat the affirmation in your mind. I am a peaceful being. Once again, I am a peaceful being. I am relaxed. I am relaxed. I am calm. I am calm. We end our session with a small prayer. You join your palms in Namaste at the center of your chest. Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Very slowly and gently rub your palms. Lift up your eyes. Gently open your eyes. Thank you very much. So you all went into very deep states of relaxation when we do this activation of our vagus nerve. So do these practices often. You can also do these in the evening before sleeping also. So this will help you sleep better. And so many things we discussed in the last two classes about your brain health. So do implement these in your life and see the changes for yourself. Try one thing at a time. Don't like rush into things and सब कुछ हमें एक साथ ही करना है. Like Dr. Amandi brought her child to the class. घर में बच्चे हैं तो बच्चों को आप सुनाइए. Very important. Are you still there? Dr. Amandip's son. I don't know his name. Are you still there? I'll just take the summary of the session from him. Dr. Amandip, is he still there?
Yes.
Yes. So, beta, what did you learn today? चलो, just summarize today's session. जो भी आपको याद है in your own words. Nothing right, nothing wrong. क्या सीखा आपने आज के सेशन से? Yeah.
आज के सेशन में मैंने सीखा पहली बात तो अल्कोहल वैसे चीजें नहीं पीनी है.
Sorry.
अल्कोहल जैसी चीजें नहीं पीनी है.
Okay.
दूसरी चीज है कि ब्रेन अपना फोन को कभी आप साइलेंट मोड पे करके आप उसको थोड़ी देर मेडिटेशन भी कर सकते हो.
Very good. Okay, तो आप अल्कोहल नहीं लेना चाहिए, फोन को कुछ देर साइलेंट मोड पे डालना चाहिए. एक्सीलेंट. और क्या सीखा आपने आज?
और क्या सीखा?
आप मम्मा के नोट्स पढ़ सकते हो. मम्मा ने नोट्स बनाए होंगे, आपको पढ़ सकते हो. डॉक्टर अमनदीप, आप भी उसको हेल्प कर सकते हैं. आई जस्ट वांट दिस टू गो इनटू हिज सबकॉन्शियस. दैट्स व्हाई आई एम मेकिंग.
डीप ब्रीदिंग बोलो.
डीप ब्रीदिंग.
Deep breathing, yes. So you learned certain deep breathing exercises today.
Every 2 hours.
Every 2 hours.
Every 2 hours, deep breathing. Excellent. We should clap for. What's your name, beta? What's your name?
Good Sahaj.
Sahaj.
Good Sahaj. Good Sahaj.
Okay. Good Sahaj. Okay. So we learned a new name also today. पहली बार सुना है नाम. Very beautiful name. Thank you. Anybody else wants to recap today's session? Anyone else? Fatafat quickly. Which chemical we learnt about today? Come on, which chemical we learnt about today? Brain chemical?
Dopamine.
Dopamine. Okay. And we all know now what is happening to the reward centers of your brain. It is getting overstimulated, and we learn certain restraint techniques. क्या restraint सीखा हमने? Restraint with respect to food. Detox with respect to क्या सीखा हमने? Who will revise quickly?
Yeah.
We just have 1 more minute and then we end the session.
Detox of digital gadgets.
Gadgets. Okay. Yeah. Digital stimulation सीखा हमने. और food, sex, work. Yes. So very important this restraint, and do try these practices. रसगुल्ले का स्वाद अभी मिलेगा जब आप रसगुल्ला खाएंगे. Okay. So from my own life experience, I had this disease of inflammation, ankylosing spondylitis, Crohn's disease, which was inflammation of the gut, which was also affecting my joints. So when I went to the Yoga Institute in 2008-9, 16 years ago, they did these practices with me. जो हमने आज practices करी. और भी काफी सारे हैं. निस्पंद भाव भी है, डीप ब्रीदिंग, अनुलोम विलोम, ओम चैंटिंग, हमिंग, लॉन्ग एक्सेलेशन. मुझे नहीं पता था द साइंटिफिक लॉजिक बिहाइंड दीज थिंग्स एट दैट टाइम. नाउ व्हेन आई एम डूइंग दिस कोर्सेज एट IIM, the health coaching thing, now I understand that what brought my inflammation down. Changes in diet also. There was a major overhaul of my diet when I stopped eating all the junk foods, all the processed foods, and it brought my inflammation down, and it is down for the last 16 years. Okay, so I'm the living example of the effectiveness, the efficacy of these practices. Do this. We are very blessed to do this as a group. So it's a good reinforcement for me also as a teacher. I am the biggest beneficiary of my classes, I would say. But do try this at your own pace, one thing at a time, and see how your health, your family life, your family's health does improve. Okay, sure. Thank you very much.
Today we
We'll
learned
meet next
about
time.
how to be
Yeah.
in the present by speaking to ourselves what I'm doing. This I liked. I'm breathing. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. Thank you so much.
Thank you. It is very effective. This practice is very effective.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank
सर
you very much.
मेरा आज एग्जाम का रिजल्ट है
Okay, wow. कौन से ग्रेड में हो आप अभी?
थर्ड
थर्ड ग्रेड. Wow. Good, good. Best of luck for your results. And
थैंक
just, yeah, just keep giving your best. Results don't matter. Just keep giving your best every time, and I'm sure you will shine. Yeah?
है
Yes, and do learn these practices from your mom. Your mom is my student for the past 6-7 months. उनसे आप सीखना about diet, about exercise. Do you exercise daily? आप movement करते हो, गेम खेलते हो, sport?
every day I wake up at 5 a.m.
Oh, wow, we have a yogi here.
and I reach the school at 6 a.m.
Very good. That's a very good habit, getting up at 5 a.m. Okay, what else do you do?
I play football
Arey wow, my kids play football. That's a very good exercise. That's good.
and I also recently also got stitches on my head.
Stitches on your head. Why? What happened?
I was playing cricket for some time and my ankle twisted and I thrashed on the wall's corner.
Okay. How are you now?
Now it's over
It's over. Great.
from the
Superb. So great. See, here is a child who wakes up at 5 a.m. every day, and यहाँ मैं लोगों को 6:45 क्लास करने बोलता हूँ तो लोगों को लगता है कि क्लास जल्दी. We should learn from children. उसके लिए टाइम से सोना जरूरी है. ओके,
मेरी
बहुत. आई नो. या बेटा.
10 बजे बैटरी को चार्ज करना पड़ता है मेरे
See, we have a like such a wise child with us. So much of wisdom. बोलते हैं ना, even second graders know these rules of healthy living. बच्चों को पता है. सो बेटा बताओ, मोबाइल फोन पे बहुत ज्यादा देर रहना अपने हेल्थ के लिए अच्छा है कि खराब है?
खराब
रात को 10 बजे फोन देखना अच्छा है कि खराब है?
खराब
ओके, जंक फूड खाना अच्छा है कि खराब?
खराब लेकिन जंक
फ्रूट्स
फूड से ना मन
या
खा सकते
या वन से नमन खा सकते हैं. यस, वन से नमन खा सकते हैं, बट मेक श्योर कि दैट एटलीस्ट वो आप घर पे बना हुआ खाओ, बाहर का मत खाओ. ओके, कोशिश करो जितना आप
हाँ
घर का खाना खाओगे उतना आपके लिए अच्छा है. जितना हो घर में बना हुआ खाना खाओगे, दैट इज गुड फॉर यू. ओके, अब बताओ, फ्रूट्स खाना अच्छा है कि खराब है?
अच्छा है
वेजिटेबल्स,
अच्छा है
फ्रूट जूस.
नहीं
Yeah, see, a third grader got it right that fruit juice is not good for health. Okay, sunlight, is it good or bad for you? Sunlight, going out in the sun,
गुड
good. Okay, see, he's getting all the answers right. Huh? Okay, social media, is it good or bad for you? Facebook, Instagram, ये सब अच्छा है कि खराब है हमारे लिए?
बैड
Bad. A lot of screen time, बहुत देर screens पे रहना अच्छा है कि खराब है?
बैड
Bad. See, he got all the answers right. See, मेरी तो जरूरत ही नहीं. I'm not needed now. So yeah, we'll call Gur Sahaj for the class, and he will take the concept classes now and teach this in the most simplest of manners. That he knows what is good for you, what is bad for you. And in fact, मैंने जो भी points से discuss किए अभी, this was all related to your brain health. जो भी हमने fruits, vegetables. हाँ, almonds अच्छा है कि खराब है हमारे लिए बेटा? almonds, बादाम अच्छा है. Okay, walnuts
अच्छा है
अच्छा है. ओके, तो आज से ये सब चीज आप खाओगे. मम्मा को बोल दो आपके लिए सोक कर देगी आलमंड्स एंड वॉलनट्स, एंड स्कूल से आके आप खाना है डेली. डेली हैव आलमंड्स एंड वॉलनट्स.
हम आलमंड्स रात को ही भिगो भिगो देते हैं और सुबह हम खा के जाते हैं
वेरी गुड बेटा,
और
एक्सीलेंट.
वॉलनट हमारे दादू दादी माने के नहीं अगर हम नहीं खाएंगे वॉलनट
वेरी गुड, वेरी गुड बेटा. एंड डेयरी मिल्क, इज इट गुड और बैड फॉर यू?
बैड
Bad. Okay. I don't know from
बैड
where is getting all the answers. Yeah, why?
because I had I had fever and doctor told me not to drink milk.
Okay, very good. So, see, or any other questions किसको पूछना है? See, he is like मिनी मनीष बोल दो उसको. Yeah.
पिज्जा
Thank
अच्छा
you
होता
बेटा.
है या खराब होता है?
खराब होता है
चलो तो जंक फूड कैटेगरी में आ गया वो। इवन बोलते हैं ना थर्ड ग्रेडर्स नो एवरीथिंग, बट वी आर सो इंटेलिजेंट कि हमें भगवान ने एक्स्ट्रा ब्रेन्स दिए एंड हाउ वी आर मिस यूजिंग इट। ऑन अ सीरियस नोट, it's very important to take care of your brain health. I know these were two very good sessions जो हमने इतना कुछ डिस्कस किया. Do make notes, do make summary, share in the group also अगर कोई notes बनाते हैं. It helps a lot for reinforcement. Okay, and
मैं स्कूल
tomorrow.
नोट्स लिखता हूँ।
Sorry बेटा,
स्कूल जाके मैं बहुत नोट्स लिखता हूँ
बहुत notes लिखते हो. Very good.
क्योंकि हमारा हमारा पूरा 8 घंटे हमको रहना पड़ता है स्कूल में।
Very good बेटा. So very good. Making notes is very good for your cognitive health also. And you write, nowadays
और
people are
उसमें भी
forgetting
हमको
how to
नींद
write.
आती है क्योंकि हमारी नींद पूरी नहीं होती। 5 बजे उठ जाते हैं।
नींद पूरी नहीं होती है. ओके, तो थोड़ा जल्दी सोया करो, 1 घंटा पहले सो जाओ.
हाँ, लेकिन उस टाइम मैं नीचे अपने दोस्तों के साथ खेलता होता
ओके
हूँ।
ओके,
फिर आता
ट्राई.
हूँ
तो
8
नेक्स्ट टाइम आप मेरी क्लास में आना, मैं आपको टेक्निक सिखाऊंगा हाउ टू रेस्ट इन बिटवीन. सो 5 5 मिनट्स में कैसे हम रेस्ट कर सकते हैं ना, मैं आपको टेक्निक सिखाऊंगा, सो दैट इन योर स्कूल ब्रेक्स यू जस्ट डू दोस 5 मिनट योगिक टेक्निक्स. उससे आप यू विल बी मोर अटेंटिव इन योर क्लास. पर आप ये टेक्निक इस्तेमाल करना व्हेन यू स्टडी ना, से आई एम स्टडिंग. ओके, सो योर माइंड विल बी मोर फोकस्ड. When you are writing, then I'm writing, and just focus on your writing. Do one activity at a time, so you will not feel that fatigue. जो आपको fatigue होता है ना, और आपको इतना फील नहीं होगा. एंड जो आंखें बंद करने वाली बात आपने मुझे सिखाई ना आज, कि हमें हर 2 घंटे आंखें बंद करनी चाहिए, तो आपको स्कूल में पीरियड्स के बीच में ब्रेक होता है ना आपको,
हाँ,
या तो उसमें थोड़ा पानी पिया करो. ऑलवेज यू ड्रिंक सम वाटर इन योर ब्रेक्स.
अलाउ नहीं करती है,
क्या अलाउ
वरना
करती है?
बहुत मार पड़ती है।
आई एम सॉरी, आई डेंट गेट यू.
जब ब्रेक रहता है टीचर बोलती है कि आप क्लास में बहुत मार खाओगे, क्योंकि फिर दूसरे लोगों की चीजें घूमट जाती है, फिर आपको इनाम लगेगा इसलिए।
ओके, अच्छा. पर मैं आपको जो टिप दे रहा हूँ फटीक के लिए, आप पानी पिया करो. आप जो आपके
आप
पीरियड ब्रेक्स, या पीरियड ब्रेक्स में पानी सबको पीना चाहिए. ये बड़ों के लिए भी है, बच्चों के लिए नहीं है. अगर आपको फटीक की प्रॉब्लम है तो हाइड्रेट मोर ऑफन. एंड बेटा आंखें अगर हो सके, पॉसिबल हो, थोड़ी देर के लिए बंद किया करो बीच बीच में. फोकस ऑन योर ब्रेथ, सो दैट विल हेल्प यू रीगेन योर फोकस एंड कॉन्सेंट्रेशन. ओके. यस, माइंड इज अ मसल. उस पर हमें काम करना पड़ेगा धीरे 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 धीरे. तो जितना वो मसल स्ट्रांग बनेगा, उतना आपका अटेंशन स्पैन बेटर होगा क्लास में.
मेरे पास 4 पैक्स है।
4 क्या है आपके पास?
पैक,
पैक? विच पैक?
बॉडी वाला।
अच्छा, 6 पैक वाला है.
हाँ,
वाह. मेरे पास सिंगल पैक है अभी. आई वांट टू लाइक रिड्यूस दिस फैमिली पैक. लोग मुझे बहुत स्लिम बोलते हैं, बट या दिस दिस पैक इज नॉट गुड. या बट सी बेटा, दैट इज रॉन्ग गोल्स. वो सब गोल सेट मत करो आप. 4 पैक 6 पैक्स, उससे ज्यादा जरूरी है ओवरऑल हेल्थ इंप्रूव करना. कई बार लोग
हाँ,
क्या करते हैं, या दिस इनफैक्ट मेनी चिल्ड्रन डू टुडे, दे डोंट ईट. कि हमें 6 पैक चाहिए, हमें 4 पैक चाहिए, हमें 8 पैक चाहिए, हमें शाहरुख खान जैसी बॉडी चाहिए. दीज आर रॉन्ग गोल्स दैट वी सेट फॉर लाइफ. ओके,
लेकिन मैं
तो
खाता
ये
भी हूँ। खाता भी हूँ
ओके,
तो खेलता भी हूँ।
गुड
खेलता
बेटा.
हूँ तो फिर मेरी बॉडी फ्लेक्सिबल होनी शुरू होती है और फिर
सुपर. चलो बेटा, आई नीड टू कैच अ फ्लाइट. आई नीड टू कैच अ फ्लाइट एक्चुअली. आज मुझे 2 घंटे बाद निकलना है. आई नीड टू डू माई पैकिंग एंड ऑल.
बाय।
बाय बेटा, थैंक यू.